Today we are going to discuss infrastructure departmental interviews. Preparing for an interview in an infrastructure department, especially in sectors like facilities, engineering, utilities, or infrastructure management. It requires a mix of technical clarity plus practical thinking plus managerial mindset. Let's get started. Understand what infrastructure role means. Infrastructure roles can include facility management, electrical systems, that is DG UPS panels, fire and safety systems, HVAC, that is air conditioning, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, civil maintenance, vendor and AMC management, compliance and audits. Always be clear about your domain strength before going in for an interview. Prepare for technical questions. Important part. Interviews test practical knowledge, not theory. They really want to test your situational behavior task, not the theory. Common areas like electrical basics, that is load, DG, UPS, earthing. Fire systems, that is hydrant, sprinkler, alarm systems. HVAC functioning. Preventive versus breakdown maintenance. Energy saving methods. Interviews test practical knowledge, not theory, as we have already discussed. Sample questions may be: what will you do if DG fails during power outage? This is a very common and tricky question. How do you reduce electricity consumption? Because electricity contributes 40% of overall operational expenditure. So this is the most important component of your OPEX. Explain preventive maintenance plan. If you are a facility manager, then you should have a robust preventive maintenance plans. How do you handle a fire emergency? Very important these days. The tip is always answer using real life examples, not any textbook language. That means whatever situations you have faced on at all these fronts, you should talk about those. Give real examples. Show problem solving approach. Infrastructure roles is equal to crisis management roles. Use this structure in answers. Situation leads to action, leads to result. That is SAR method. Example: in my previous role, DG failed during peak hours. I immediately shifted load to backup UPS, informed all the stakeholders, coordinated with the vendor, and restored system within 30 minutes, ensuring zero business loss. That's how you have shown your problem solving approach and skills. Highlight cost and efficiency thinking. Companies love candidates who save money plus improve efficiency. Talk about energy savings, vendor negotiations, AMC optimization, reducing downtime. Example: I reduced electricity cost by optimizing HVAC timing and load distribution. Okay. Demonstrate vendor management skills. Infrastructure depends heavily on vendors. That is, vendors are extended arms or any facility manager. Be ready to answer. How do you select vendors? RFP, RFQ model, or simply you call the vendors and discuss and negotiate. How do you handle non-performing vendors? Very important. How do you control AMC costs? Because day by day, year on year, month on month, you keep on adding equipments, so you keep on increasing your AMC cost also. So that's very important that you should be able to control the AMC cost while your equipments are increasing. Show negotiation skills, accountability, and follow-up discipline. Okay. Focus on compliance and safety. This is a very important area. Mention fire audits, that is, you must have done something in your previous organization, always quote that. Electrical safety checks, government compliance, that is statutory or regulatory, documentation, very important. Use keywords like, when you answer, zero accident goal, audit readiness, statutory compliance. Behavioral and leadership questions, very, very important. Rather, the most important piece of your part of your interview, especially if you are targeting supervisory roles. Example, how do you handle a difficult team member? Very important. If you're a people manager, you should know that how do you handle your difficult team members? How do you manage night shift operations? Again, very important. Have you handled emergency situations? Show calm decision making, team coordination, and leadership under pressure. This shows your leadership skills. Smart questions you should ask. It's your turn now. At the end of the interview, always ask, example, what are the key infrastructure challenges in your facility? You should be aware of that. What are your expectations from this role in the first 90 days? So that you can prepare yourself. What systems or upgrades are planned? This shows ownership mindset. Very important. There are some common mistakes to avoid. Giving only theoretical answers. Don't ever, never ever give. Not knowing your own projects in detail. If this is the status, then that means you have not handled any projects in the past. Ignoring safety and compliance. Always talk about that. Talking negatively about past employers. Never ever do that. This shows your weakness. Not showing urgency and ownership. Now comes final golden tips. Speak in simple, practical English so that the interviewer is able to understand what you're saying. Use numbers, that is cost saved, downtime reduced, etc. Man hour saved, etc. Show I take responsibility attitude. Okay, when you say I take responsibility, that means you are taking onus of everything that you do. Dress professionally, especially for facility roles, because that's a role when you have to deal with your internal customers. Carry documents like certifications, project details, AMC records if possible that you have managed in the past. Thank you. You may watch my other videos on job interview and appraisal. I would like to congratulate you that you are at least here for an interview. So feel good about it and do your best. Okay. Manoj at the rate Corptalk. Subscribe my channel.